Hi everybody, this is Tor Storley, and I am back with another video. In this video, we're going to take a look at a community extension from DuckDB called Gaggle. And Gaggle will let you extract and analyze and do queries over Kaggle Datasets. What I want to do is I want to create this fairly short video and give you some ideas of how you can accomplish that. So let's get started. So your first stop will be to go to DuckDB's Community Extensions page. So if you go to this page, duckdb.org/community_extensions, you're going to see this landing page here, and it gives you some generic information. But what we really want to do is go to this list of community extensions. And as you can see, it has been growing pretty quick here. And the one that we're interested in today is called Gaggle. So you want to scroll down till you find Gaggle, and there it is. As usual, you know, the landing screen for each of these looks the same. There is an extension you can go and click on here that goes to the GitHub repository for this particular extension. And as usual, this is what you have to do to install it. Now I'm running on DuckDB 1.4.3 version, and this one works fine with that version. So if you don't have that, you might want to consider upgrading to a later install of DuckDB. So here you can see we're going to load Gaggle, and then they show you some examples here, and they also list the type of functions you can use. One thing you can also do is go in here to this GitHub repository for Gaggle. You can go to these examples here. So if you look at that GitHub repository, you can go under Gaggle Docs Examples, and then you can see there are several pages here with examples. Anyways, what you're going to need regardless is you're going to need to download and install this thing. You're going to need to load it, and once you're ready, you also need to set credentials. So what I have done, I went to my Kaggle page, and up here, once you get in there, you can see you can go to this little duck thing here on the top right corner, and you can go to your settings or your profile. So if you go to settings, you can see if you scroll down a little bit here, you can see there's an API. And what you can do is you can create your own new API by clicking this generate new token. And also you need to get your username like this. From the top here you can see. So once you created a token and once you have a username and you're in on Kaggle like this, you can start working. I want to show you how to get going and just run a few queries, and then you can go through all this on your own and find out what exactly you need. So I want to open up a CLI. You should be familiar with this if you follow my videos like this. And it should load up a web browser page to run your queries. And what I have done is I have already created a new notebook. And all you do is you click this plus sign and then you just type the name here and you have a new notebook. So as you can see, I already created one. And what I want to do is I want to load Gaggle. So let's run that. Okay, so it's done loading. And here you can see is my setting of the credentials that goes for Kaggle. Now, this one, you probably won't see this because I probably blur it out, but it's whatever that token is you created. So we're going to set the credentials, and you need to pass in your username and your token, the API token that you generated in Kaggle. So let's run that. All right, true. So now we have the credential set. Let's make a little more room for ourselves. Let's minimize this. All right, so the first thing I want to do then is, we don't need the select statement here. I'll create a CTE, and what I want to do is I want to simply search for what kind of data sets can I find that uses the term Olympics, okay? All right, so what it does is it selects using a Gaggle search, which is a function, for this word, and I call it results, and from that, because it comes back as a JSON object, I want to extract the string, the value that sits under this key and this key. I do that from this search result CTE that I'm creating above here. And I would only want to see 5 of them. So let's run that and see what happens. So it gives you a listing of the type of data sets you can actually query for. One of those that I use is this one. So it didn't show up on the first query, but because I made it a little larger, 10 now, it shows up. So, okay, I want to get that one and see what that one looks like. So I'm going to download that data set using this Gaggle download function, and I'm going to put it in some kind of folder. So let's run that. So it's running, and it came back and it tells me this is the location that I put it into. Okay, so let's copy that guy and let's go and take a look. As you can see, in that address, I have this stuff. All right, now I got it downloaded, that data set. So what do I do now? Well, let's take a look at it. So I'm going to query into this stuff so I can get the name, the size, and the path of these files. And since we know they were CSVs, we're going to query for it. So here you can see they're located here. Here's the names, and here's the actual file name, and this is the path plus the file name. So here I'm looking for a specific file called this, and then I'm querying inside this folder structure here. So that you get the whole full length of the file and the path name. Finally then, I can take a look and see what would the data look like? Let me get an idea. And what I can do is I can use this read CSV auto function from DuckDB to query into all of the CSV file. So there was 4 of them. By using this wildcard star.csv, we can query the result of all of them. And I'm limiting it to 10. Let's limit this to 20 so we get a little more records. So I'm going to run that, and there it is. So as you can see, here are some of the information that are located in those CSV files about the Olympics. And there's from Beijing 2022, there is 2018. So this data set has more than 1 year. I just wanted to show you this and how you can take advantage of this Kaggle Community Extension to actually query for some of the cool Kaggle datasets that you can use and return them as files or tables or what have you. So again, make sure you check out the documentation with all these. You see there's core functionality, all these select statements. There's advanced features, there's versioning, there's JSON utilities, and there's also some caching you can do. Well, I hope you like my videos, and if you do, give me a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It'll be fantastic. Now have a great continuous day, night, wherever you happen to be in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.